right, black and white sports supporters. Well, I got to tell you, Stephanie White is not going to beat the allegations. She won't beat the allegations. Another underwhelming victory. I just did the math. The Sky outscored the Fever, the defensive guru.
The silence in the locker room felt heavier than the crowd outside. Stephanie White addressed the team, praising multiple players, while Caitlin Clark, the standout talent, appeared to receive little direct mention. Fans quickly noticed the moment and sparked criticism across social media. The discussion has since shifted toward coaching decisions and player usage. Some argue the reaction is growing into a broader debate about leadership and team management. Others believe the situation is being amplified by expectations around a generational athlete and heightened media attention. The incident continues to fuel ongoing scrutiny of the coach and team strategy decisions.
Now, you get to a play where the ball needs to absolutely go to Caitlin Clark, who just hit a game-winning shot, and the ball's not the play's not drawn up to go to her. You got Stephanie White in her post game praising everybody in Jesus' name. Stephanie White could use some Jesus. In Jesus' name, but Caitlin Clark. Crazy Caitlin Clark. Nah. Who you got me confused with? Praise Caitlin Clark? Are you mental?
Caitlin Clark delivered a standout double-double performance, directly impacting over 40 points through scoring and playmaking. Despite her influence keeping the team competitive, post-game attention focused on collective effort rather than individual highlights. Stephanie White emphasized overall positivity and team contributions in her comments. Fans reacted strongly online, arguing the performance deserved greater recognition and discussion. The situation has sparked debate about coaching decisions, rotations, and player usage. Others caution that narratives are being amplified by emotion and high expectations. Overall, opinions remain sharply divided among fans online.
Right. I mean, and Kelsey Mitchell, look, if Stephanie White wanted to begin to rehab her image, I will continue to say you trade Kelsey and a first for a dominant big. How about Kiki Arifin? How'd that be? A four. A efficient four that is everything that Angel Reese is supposed to be, that they try to tell you that she is. That's what Kiki Arifin is.
Tensions around the team continue to grow as fans debate coaching decisions and player roles. Aaliyah Boston's strong 34-point performance was highlighted after the game, but some viewers felt Caitlin Clark's overall impact was not given equal attention. This has fueled ongoing criticism online, with supporters arguing that her contributions in key moments are being overlooked. Recent games have also raised questions about late-game play calling and whether Clark is being fully utilized in crucial situations. Opinions remain divided, with some defending the coaching approach as team-focused, while others see it as a failure to maximize top talent effectively.
Though Stephanie White believes too many teams are looking for that, they couldn't stop it last night. Just keep feeding the machine. And by the way, Caitlin Clark, if some of those shots get made, she's got like 22 assists last night. What'd she account for? 42 points between assist and actual shots she made? 42 points. And that's not accounting for the fact that there was probably some threes hit in there. I'm just saying twos. Stephanie White praising, well, some folks.
The game raised concerns about in-game management as the Fever lost control of a 19-point lead against the Chicago Sky. Chicago outscored them significantly across the middle quarters, shifting momentum of the contest. While the team ultimately secured a win, critics argue it came after a noticeable second-half collapse rather than sustained control. Post-game messaging emphasized positives, but some fans pointed defensive breakdowns and questionable adjustments during the run. The performance has sparked debate about coaching decisions, late-game structure, and consistency. Supporters remain divided on whether the issues reflect strategy flaws or off-night in otherwise developing season overall.
She is not commanding this room. All these players will come out, including Caitlin, and say how much they love her and respect her and blah, blah, blah. You got to get an NBA coach in there. Preferably a dude. I'm just going to keep it real. You need an alpha dog in there. I don't know that the Fever are willing to spend the money, frankly. Generational talent, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Steph Curry, hybrid love child, branding of Jordan.
The statistical discussion around the game has sparked debate about efficiency and player usage. Aaliyah Boston scored 34 points on 26 shots, leading some analysts to question overall shot efficiency, while still acknowledging a strong scoring performance. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's role is described by some observers as involving more off-ball usage at times, rather than consistently initiating the offense. Clark herself has noted that additional two-man actions with Boston could be expanded within the team's offensive system. This has fueled discussion about alignment between player preferences and coaching strategy, rather than a clear internal conflict among analysts and fans alike.
Generational talent, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Steph Curry, hybrid love child, branding of Jordan, cheap-ass franchise. All right.
Came together, y'all. I heard you more in huddles and in timeouts than I've heard you all year long. That matters. That matters, right?
That's scary that she thinks that's like this big deal. The collective positivity. What? Can you imagine Bill Belichick? Greg Popovich.
Post-game locker room footage sparked discussion among fans about how the team's messaging is being delivered. Stephanie White spoke about collective accountability and continuing to grow as a group, focusing on team-wide effort rather than individual performances. Some viewers felt that key individual contributions, including a strong double-double from the rookie, were not specifically highlighted in the moment. Reactions online have been mixed, with some defending the coach's emphasis on unity and others questioning communication style and leadership presence. The situation has added to ongoing scrutiny around coaching decisions, team dynamics, and how success is being framed publicly overall.
Ask an appropriate question. Christine, I got your book. Your book is wonderful. Right back here. Right back here. Can you ask her specifically, is there a reason we don't hear you praise Caitlin Clark post-game? Question mark. When you're addressing the team. Is it a directive that Caitlin Clark is given that she wants shine on the teammates? Because if that's something we don't know, we need to know it. Otherwise, I'm going to crucify this. I'm going to crush this coach into the dirt. She didn't mention Caitlin's performance? Yeah, bruh. She's not beating.
There's growing debate among fans and analysts about how this team is being managed around its young star talent. Many believe the current system is not fully maximizing Caitlin Clark's impact, arguing that her offensive gravity and playmaking should be more central to the team structure. Others point out that basketball success depends on balanced defense and collective execution rather than one player alone. Recent games, including a close overtime win against Chicago, have intensified scrutiny over rotations, late-game adjustments, and defensive consistency. Critics argue that allowing large scoring runs and losing control of a significant lead reflects poor game management, while supporters see it as part of a developing roster learning to close out games. There's also ongoing discussion about post-game communication and whether standout individual performances are being highlighted enough. Some fans feel Clark's contributions deserve more explicit recognition, while others defend a team-first messaging approach. Questions have also emerged around lineup choices, substitutions, and how different players are integrated into key actions. The debate extends beyond one player, touching on broader roster construction and offensive identity. Overall, opinions remain deeply divided, with strong emotions shaping how coaching decisions and team direction are interpreted. Fan discussion has intensified around coaching decisions and team performance, with growing pressure on the Fever staff after recent games. Critics argue the handling of leads, rotations, and post-game messaging has raised questions about game management and communication. Others believe the team is still adjusting and emphasize a broader, collective approach to development. Caitlin Clark's impact continues to be a major talking point, with supporters highlighting her scoring and playmaking contributions as central to the team's success. Debates have also emerged about how individual performances are acknowledged within a team-first system. Overall, reactions remain divided between coaching supporters and critics focused on results and player utilization.